My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadirthin, the head of Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to the Umbar campaign. Things are going very well in our Umbar campaign. We have really beaten Harad into submission. We are besieging Amun-Ithel. We've taken Barad-Han with a force of Dol Amroth lingering nearby, and Gobel Tolfalas looks like it may also come under fire pretty soon. Time will, of course, tell. But for now, I'm fairly certain as ever that I've left it on an end turn. So we should be able to dive straight in. Let's hope we can get 12,000 gold sometime soon, then we'll get Mumakil churned out already. Would not turn that down. Oh, there's a Gondorian navy sitting in our harbour. But yep, I'm fairly certain that we are as we are, so let's end the turn and head on. Don't think there are any questions for me to answer this time around. Nobody's posed anything that I'm aware of. So, not much to say really. How are things going behind the scenes, you might ask? Well, progress on the Elves of Mirkwood still unsure. Don't know how long or where Baz is up to with those as of late, so still awaiting those, unfortunately. Other than that, as you will see in the Dunland overview video, Dunland have been given a few more units thanks to Hummingbird, so we'll be able to show those off in the next ones, so that's another thing. We have to turn our attention back to the game in sharp contrast as Chieftain Khuzaymah comes out of the gloom, and he brings with him quite a substantial archer force. Those Southron pikemen will be a worry. There no issue with the camel riders or Haradrim raiders. He himself will be a formidable force. He's got Umbar in, but no, he's got nothing to worry about there. This could very much be the battle for Harad. So in we go.
Show no mercy! Kill them all!
What I have noticed is obviously in this game everyone turns down the Lord of the Rings music or they replace it with their own because there are all those copyright issues with YouTube. But I have noticed that the game doesn't actually mute the music at all, and it's quite annoying, to be honest. If you can't listen to the music, you just don't want it there at all. But if you turn the volume up very, very loud, you can hear the music clearly playing in the background. Right, the reinforcement army we are not worried about, so we just need to turn and face Khuzaymah with everything we've got. He has a lot of archers, so he's going to happily sit away from us and shoot until they run out. So we definitely want hill superiority in an attempt to outdo his own archers. And archers are not very good at firing into trees, so I'll happily take that loss for my own archers. And... oh no, should we try and create a very sneaky, cheeky ambush? Yes, let's do that. Because these guys can hide very nicely in this side here. So if we take up the main force on the hill... oh, we've got 2 units of Southron pikemen. I really like the changes we made to Umbar. They have certainly raised in my expectations of how fun a faction can be. We are the King's Men. The addition of the Southron units in a sort of slave for capacity, I really like. I think that was a very, very good idea. As soon as the Moria campaign is fixed, we will release what we will call, we've had discussions, and we will call it version 1. We haven't been a beta for some time. I mean, there are bugs that we just cannot get away from, but we really aren't in a beta mode anymore, so it's foolish to continue labouring under that name. So we will just call it version 1, but I cannot, I'm afraid, give you any indication of when that will be ready. Right, we'll use our more elite archers. No, because then who actually is going to be in here doing anything? No one, really. Yeah, let's take every archer we've got, and then we'll create an archery sort of thing. But I'll tell you what we will do. Take the cavalry. And, oh, even, can they hide as well? Yes. Splendid. Ambushing is a tricky tactic to play. Sometimes it works absolutely marvelously and you have no issues, and other times it completely backfires. Your units get intercepted, or the enemy essentially walks through them before you can even spring your ambush. So there are a lot of what ifs. Who are you two? You two are Raider cavalry. Go over there. Alright. Begin.
The enemy have brought up more men.
What are we looking at? Haradrim tribes. Oh, I forgot to say, this will be the first video where I'm testing out the new recording system. Because, as I said in a comment on the last video, I noticed that despite in my own game, the gameplay is completely smooth, butter smooth. I noticed that the recording system was recording with horrible jarring and stuttering effects. So with a little bit of testing around of other recording systems, I think I have nailed a way of making the quality still high, but the image to still be smooth. But this is a test, so I will hope to use this as the first of the testing process and see what we can come up with and how much it is improved. But of course I'm trying to keep the file size down as well because of general upload limits in for my home broadband. It takes quite a while to upload the videos if they are particularly large, so it's trying to score a balance somewhere in between. Ah, look at them.
We wait for battle.
Belagar, the Great Sea. Well, we can't really do much, so let's speed it up. I don't really want to waste raiders out there at the moment, they'll just take losses. And if all they're waiting for is their reinforcements to arrive, then that works into our hands because the time limit's on. You've got to be tactical about these things. Who are they sending out first? Southron pikemen. When do we want to... Ah, perfect. They're coming around on the right-hand side, which means our entire left flank can spring from the trees. And we should be able to then fire arrows into the side here. Completely unhindered. Although there's no one on their flank, but there's no one coming on their flank, so... Should be right. We'll speed it up again. The raider cavalry will get some shots off, I suppose. But we want the enemy to engage us before we bring our own archers to bear. But it may take some time because they've got a lot of archers. So everyone's just going to have to stand firm for a while, unfortunately, until the lines have met. Who have they got coming up there? Camel riders. Stay in skirmish mode. Pikemen are a bit of a pain, but... Alright, they're charging in, they are charging in. Our units are still hidden. Alright. Ungroup. Run there. You and you, form up on that corner. Cavalry, hit into the side there. Serpent bodyguards are turning to face us. Oh, our cavalry are going to be massively outgunned. Paul, pressing the wrong keyboard control. Oh, right into the narrow. Trap them! Trap them! Trap them! Come on, come on, come on. Archers. Fire. Not so sure how well my... Oh, Khuzaymah's just used a power. Something's just happened. Do we have a power? Oh yeah, Serpent Elixir. I wonder what that does. Right, cavalry. Cavalry charge. Run down there. How well is our line holding? You flank over here. Have you run out of arrows? No, you have not. Carry on fire? No, don't fire on them actually. Run over there. Sorry, it's a bit frantic, but there is a very real risk that they will win this engagement, so... Oh, although we've shredded the Serpent bodyguards. Didn't even plan on them getting into that trap and they've killed themselves. So Khuzaymah should almost certainly be killed in this engagement. And the pikemen are facing off against pikemen, which is good. Oh, is that? No, Khuzaymah has a unique symbol. There he is. He has a unique look. Unique symbol. Right, we've got archers on both sides. Our cavalry are doing nothing. Want to hit those Muhad tribesmen, so get a charge speed up. And what of our cavalry that ran up here? Ah, splendid. Everyone is firing who can fire. Oh, the 7 bodyguards pulled away. So
Our
these
men have
guys.
slain the enemy general.
Oh, which one? Which one?
The enemy, but no less dead for that. We must press our advantage.
Chieftain Khuzaymah just fell to some Corsair raiders, Corsair archers. Dear oh dear.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Right, build on the momentum. They've just lost their general. They are almost certainly wavering. Whether you want to or not, charge. Cavalry. Where's the other cavalry? I told you to run. I told you to run. I definitely did. Archers. Melee, come on. Everybody who can charge at something, charge at something. Now we can get a mass routing. Perfect charge over there. The whole central section is running away. Absolutely marvellous. Absolute slaughter in the middle there. Harad on Harad. Tribesman versus tribesman. But unfortunately, the greater blood of the men of Umbar has triumphed this day. Speed it up as this slaughter continues.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Who is still a threat? Oh, big issues on here though. We've missed that chance. Where are our archers now? Archers, 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 archers. They're all over there. Run back up there. Now we're doing alright on that side as the image in the map shows, but who's over here got surrounded? Whichever one that is. At least it's not our leader there. So let's try to make heads or tails of this area over here. Right, you hit them, you pull back. Cavalry, what are you all doing? Get those Mughad tribesmen, south from warband, let's pull out. What have we got over here? Missiles. Right, so you onto them. You onto them. We want you. We want to chase down everyone we can. Harad, we need no one left alive after this. Or as few people as possible. Charge up there and support them. And who are you guys chasing? Let those raiders run, we'll never be able to catch them. You might as well fall back to support as well. Speed it up.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
I'm not really sure who's still fighting. Oh, look, and those two aren't catching anyone. They're just letting people run away.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Oh, well, only 82% of them are dead. I can't leave 20% alive. We're going to have to chase everyone down. You're of no use. Who's escaping over here? Oh, they're going to be away before we can get them. Oh, yeah, we can get them. I think they're the last unit. Oh no, those. Is that everyone? Yes, I believe it is. So it was a bit of a cluster, but
utterly vanquished.
we've done it.
This is a great victory, worthy
Oh
of
my
only the
word.
mightiest of generals.
Dear oh dear, I didn't realise how superior we were. That's incredible. 338 men died on our side. I mean, yes, we healed quite a few as they healed. 95 Belegar footmen were healed. Crime and Netleys. That's incredible. But we inflicted a great deal. Narrow and Arrow Royal Archers taking 236 there. And taking the top spot. Proving their superiority, the Narrow and Arrow. That was formidable. That was incredible. I had never expected that level of destruction on our part for Harad. Unfortunately, Harad's forces are just littered with such weak offerings. They're a bit of a peculiar faction, really, and mostly. But I suppose I haven't actually edited really any of their stats.
No.
But more than ever, I think it was a good idea to add in those 2 archer units that we did. Harad just don't seem to have the power to fight back. That was appalling.
The enemy. Victory!
Oh wow, look what we're surrounded with there, though. That's what they do have in their side. Sheer
These
numbers.
people now kneel before us, my lord.
Councilman Gassan is going to adopt Siron. He's a Númenorian. Nice to see. Go on then, we'll take a. Where have you come to? Oh yes, indeed, actually, because then Siron can lead the army and Gassan can remain here. Because I am, if it's all still going to plan, training an army here, so to head north and support whatever comes from Dol Amroth when it does. Ah, the Tolfalas army buggered off. Evidently they thought better. Do you remember that outside of Harad we can't train those Haradrim units? So although at the minute most of my army seems to be made up of Haradrim units, which I think it should be. Umbar really are the overlords more so than anything else. Although Umbar itself is really just the town on its own, like there shouldn't really be a massive army, but
Yes. Continuing tomorrow.
oh, look, even those have changed their textures. They're no longer green either. Oh, that's cool. Umbar being made up of Haradrim and some Gondorian descent, so a little spattering of Númenorian descent remains, but predominantly Umbar, we like to think in this game that we've gone with, they're more Harad's sort of overlords. They're the elite echelons of Haradrim society clustered around the Bay of Umbar. So the fact that they would use Harad to make up the bulk of their armies, I think fits entirely with their sort of belief system that we've got for them in this game. Right, we can't do too much else. Amun Thels fell without a single battle, so there shouldn't be anything to retrain. Fell without having to breach the walls, I mean. So a low tax rate there, but that is almost certainly going to be attacked by the 3 large armies around it.
There will be much honor in defeating you.
If we stay in the town, I expect them to attack us.
My lord, approaching quietly.
Oh, they've had to drain everything
I shall
out to do it, though, haven't they?
tomorrow.
And Kalamon's at risk. Gibran is not a
waste
threat.
words on you.
Gassan will wipe that army out. Unless they attack immediately, of course, but I'm pretty sure we get a garrison in Ankaragmir, so that would be one-sided. So, we'll just end the turn straight away and see what happens. My Barad Han army is going to hold in Barad Han because Dol Amroth will inevitably attack us soon. So we'll try and anchor in Barad Han and attract the enemy there. And whilst that's all going on, we'll send reinforcements into Amun Ithel to support our faction leader, Haven Master Kusai. Remember, if you're just joining this campaign, although we're now like 20 minutes into this episode or whatever, but if you are just joining us in this campaign, we are going to war with every single faction we can.
We have marched our limit.
I will do trade rights, I will do map information, I'll do those sorts of things, but I will never accept peace, I'll never accept alliance, and at my first available opportunity I will attack wherever I can. Although that is a spanner in the works. Istnir the Fearless. Harad have scattered, like roaches. Tamrazir cannot beat a 10-star Dol Amroth general, but to be quite frank, I'm not sure we can either. Oh, we've stirred up a hornet's nest here. If we had the combined might of both of those armies, we might be able to take Istnir down, but can I risk leaving Barad Han undefended? That is indeed the question. Yeah, at least we're making money. Don't I have an assassin somewhere?
Who do you want dead?
Oh yeah, but he's not very good, is he? What are the chances he's going to be able
You
to
have a
kill
target
him?
in mind.
Oh look, his second in command's got bloomin' 7 stars. Ah, Galahad. Or Timberthil the Chivalrous.
Just name the target, my lord.
Oh no, look
Death
at that.
approaches. Yes, my lord.
Can I build a tower for
Your
20?
orders, my lord.
Yes.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
That is not
With
pleasing to
honour.
see. If I had a council of generals at the moment, I would be calling an immediate war council. What on earth to do? Gassan's
Orders.
chasing him just
I will
far
not
enough
waste
away.
words on
We'll
you.
turn back now and leave him to wherever he sods off to. Train a unit of them though, so that we get free upkeep. So you can just disband. Anything cheap we can get here that might get us a bit of money? Yeah, take a grain exchange. So Ghassan, you can return now. Get more money with your troops being free upkeep. Oh, I just don't know what to do. I'm clicking on things, but it doesn't. That makes no difference. It's not going to change anything. If we pull out of Barad-Han, those two forces will take it in a heartbeat. However, I don't think Kusai has got enough troops to hold off that level of attack. Dol Amroth, remember, far outclass Harad in this early game. And full stop, they are better than Harad in all areas of combat. The only thing they don't have is the numbers. But at the moment, apparently, they do have numbers. But it's more likely that that army is a full banner army, that army is a half banner army. Harad have probably got another full banner army somewhere, or the equivalent. Whereas it's very likely that that is all of Dol Amroth's combined might in those four armies there. So Barad-Han could hold. He could beat those. I don't know if we'd beat them in open combat though. It's a risk. It's all these gambles. I don't want to lose Ammonite though. I can't give them a... Let's end turn and see what happens. Hopefully he'll run back to Barad-Han. Shouldn't have any issues there. Oh, he took 42 men with him though. That's quite pleasing.
Rally to me, men. We must regroup.
Yeah, they've headed to Barad-Han. It's hotting up indeed. Khuzaymah, every single time I play in the south, I'm either Dol Amroth or like Dorwinian and made my way down here. And I've played as Dol Amroth a lot. And in almost every campaign I ever play, I kill Khuzaymah the minute I engage him in battle. And by that I mean as soon as he attacks me or I attack him, he has always died in that battle. He's never fled and fought again later. Whereas a lot of generals that I face against Harad always run. They always run away. And so they come back again and again and again. But Khuzaymah seems to always die. I've never really faced him as a particular threat.
Orders. As you wish.
Right, the army coming from Umbar is now doubly important. Because Musab is now in here somewhere. Istnir, for whatever reason, has avoided us. Oh, I like that. Let's see how that plays out. Tamrazir going on Nindad Estelad. And we'll remain in Barad-Han for the time being. See what we can do there. Try and kill him, see if you can get him.
Name thy target. He won't hear a thing.
Where is our diplomat?
Your orders.
Have we got...
You bring a
We haven't even got trade rights with Mordor.
Do not think you have another
Go on, map
proposal there?
information.
No,
Ugh, scum.
this meeting was quite useless.
Without question. Yes. Without question.
Let's try
Stopping
and
here.
get trade rights with Dol Guldur.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Oh, that was a that was a quest. Oh, who's that? Someone come of age. Someone has come of age. Who are you? Othura. Oh yeah, I saw that a moment ago, didn't I? Just didn't read it properly. Are you a blood relative of our leader? Oh, you're not even listed there. So who did I just accept a... He's 21. Did I just accept a general... I have literally no idea how he has just joined our army.
My lord.
We didn't train him, did we? Oh, I think we might have done. I think we might have trained him. No, because if you train the household guard, you get a general. Yeah, I think he must be a trained general. I'm guessing, of course, but... Can't train anything there. Right, we'll give it one more end turn. If there are any battles, we'll fight them. If there are no battles, we shall end the video once we've completed what we wish to complete in that final. Now, my hope here is that Captain Tamrazir of Harad in the north on the southern bank of the Anduin will attack Nindad Estelad. This will force Istnir or Andrail or Andrail, can't remember what his name is next to Barad-Han. This will force one of those two Dol Amroth generals to move back north. They'll have to deal with Harad. They'll be sufficiently weakened. We can crush one of those armies. And that is exactly what seems to have happened. Musab has disappeared. Don't know where he's gone. He will be a threat. But Anardil, he's got a Nardil. And Nardil's pulled to Nindad, and now Istnir's just roaming the land. Which gives us an opportunity. Let's do it. We've got to be ballsy or we're just going to get crushed. Leave behind a reasonable... Well, do we need a reasonable force? We've got reinforcements coming from the north, south, haven't we? Let's leave those pikemen, because pikemen are quite slow, even though they're quite strong. Excuse me, sorry. We'll leave the pikemen, and we will leave those. And we will head for interim ground here.
Yes. We can go
And then
no
we will
further,
bring the
Lord.
Amun-Ithel army out, join those two together and take Nindad. And then that way we'll crush a substantial Dol Amroth force. And even if Isnir turns and takes Amun-Ithel, Amun-Ithel would then be cut off from any Amrothian reinforcements. It's a gamble, of course. I mean, Anardil could sweep back around, dip behind Ikramah and take Baratan. And Musab could come out and take Ithel. Because we don't want Harad getting this back. Time will tell.
Just
as it always
name the
does.
target, my lord.
You can kill him, I suppose.
Close him for the kill.
No, you
sir.
can't even kill him. You're just not
You
really
have a
very good, are
target
you?
in mind. Stalking the target, sir.
He's a bit useless. Right, but as we have not been attacked, as I say, I will end the video once the
By your
minor bits
command.
and pieces of this turn have been finished. So this stands as a good test, so I do ask that you leave any feedback about the video at all. And if you think the other ones were better, if you think this one is better quality, do let me know. Do give me feedback. And for now, that seems to be it. So do stay tuned for more continuations of our campaigns, and additionally, of course, the final 2 faction overviews to come out. Well, they'll quite nicely actually bring us to the end of this year, which is quite interesting, or just before Christmas. So there's the Dunland and the Anduin campaign overviews to come. As I say, Dunland have been given 2 new units, so that'll be an interesting one. And then after the Anduin overview, I will play an Anduin campaign. So we'll have 1 evil campaign and the 3 good campaigns, because I am very biased toward good, I'm afraid. I can't stand the Orc factions. I don't like the sheer number style of play. But for now, that'll be the end of this one. The next campaign video I will do will be the Northern Dunedain. So do stay tuned for that. But as ever, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. If you have any questions, post them on YouTube, post them on Total War Center, also ModDB. Brief notice, thank you very much to everyone that has so far voted. From the 20,000 mods on ModDB, we've been shortlisted for the top 100. So I can't thank you enough for that. I don't think we've ever come close to winning top... I think we might have made it top 50 last year or something, but just being in the top 100 is quite nice. Although the realist inside of me does want to suggest that even though there are 20,000 mods on ModDB, probably quite a lot of them are minor changes or not finished or buggy or things like that. So it does take away from the joy somewhat. But I'm still very pleased, and I can't thank you enough. But for now, that will end this video properly. So as ever, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.